Hi guys, welcome to Full-Time Devils. I'm Adam McKola back inside Hotel Football in the warmth now. We're here. My voice is going because we've just been doing fan cams. United have obviously beaten Benfica 2-0. You know that already. Some of you would have watched the game. Some of you wouldn't. For those of you that didn't watch the game, the goals came from an own goal from Svila after a great shot from Nemanja Matic, which rocketed off the post, came out, hit the goalkeeper on the back of his head, and went back into the goal. So that made it 1-0 after Anthony Martial had missed a penalty. And then in the second half, Daley Blind dispatched a penalty for Manchester United to wrap up the points. All 3 points, 2-0. We kept another clean sheet. I think that's... How many clean sheets? I think Dave's kept about 12, 13 clean sheets already this season. He's been on absolute fire. And not only did we keep a clean sheet, we've wrapped up our progression into the knockout stages of the Champions League as well. And after the other result in the other game where Basel were winning, but they lost against CSKA Moscow 2-1, them two teams are on 6 points now, which means with 2 games to go, United are 6 points clear of second and third place. That means we're pretty much, barring a shoddy 2 performances and we lose both games 4-5-0, barring that happening, United are through top of the group, and that is exactly what we need to be, top of the group through happy days. Now, today, I didn't think the performance was great, and it's a little bit weird. You'll see Stephen Arson's fan cam after, and me and Steve are chatting about the flatness in the ground, the flatness in the team, the flatness in the performances, and we're trying to think what is going on. Why is everything so flat? Why are the fans so flat? Why do the players seem flat? Why does the manager seem a little bit upset with things at the moment? And it's hard to get our heads around it because we can only guess what's going on, why the players are playing the way, why there seems to be a negative attitude amongst the fans. We can only guess. But it's really a head scratcher because we're going into this game against Chelsea now. Now, Chelsea got battered by Roma today. They've not had the greatest of results recently. Watford could have beat them. I know Watford under Marco Silva are a very good side, but Chelsea aren't the Chelsea they were last season. Antonio Conte is probably a month or 2 away from getting sacked. So when you look at all that, you think we should be going into this game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge confident. We've just won all 4 games in our Champions League group. We're sitting second in the table. Yes, we're 5 points off City, but we've had one of our best starts to a Premier League campaign. Yet we're going into that feeling like negative, and I can't get my head around it. Why that is? What is going on? Is it something behind the scenes, or is it just the case that the players have gone a little bit flat in their performance? So it's really changed now. I've just noticed an Arsenal fan commenting about Champions League football here. Chris, even producer Chris had to laugh at that one. What the hell are you doing? Wait till Thursday, you'll get your chance to talk then. Until now, relax yourself. Come on, United, says Ben Ovenden. Charles, shit, says Marcos. That was very creative, mate. Come on, United, says Ben again. We're not playing as well as we used to, says Ubaid. Now, as well as we used to when? But, I mean, in terms of this season, earlier on in the campaign, when you think of the earlier wins, the wins over West Ham, Swansea, Leicester, like, I don't think those games we battered teams for the full 90 minutes, because against Swansea at 1-0, I felt Swansea could have got an equaliser, and then we go and score 2, 3, 4. Against Leicester, it was a very difficult game. We missed that penalty. We were finding it difficult. We made the breakthrough in the second half. Against West Ham, a lot of goals coming in the second half. So whilst we have been beating teams 3-4-0, we haven't been performing for 90 minutes in those games. We've been performing in spells, and that's continued. So I'm just a bit confused about what's going on at the minute. But I am not complaining today because, how can you complain when your team's in the Champions League knockout stages, when your team's on 4 out of 4 in the Champions League? How can you complain? Because you really can't. I can't complain after that. But I will say I'm a bit unsure about the way we're heading into this Chelsea game, because we're heading into this Chelsea game and we're not playing the confident football you would expect, given if you just looked at our results this season and you look where we stood in the table, you'd think United are flying at the minute. They're going to go to Chelsea and batter them, but then you watch us play and you feel opposite to that. So it's a little bit of a strange one at the minute. Can't quite get my finger on it, but there's something not right. Now, in terms of the performance today, Daley Blind got a goal. I think it's his 4th ever goal or 5th ever goal for Man United. Martial missed a penalty, but he was phenomenal throughout the game, beating that left back, that right back all over the place. He was absolutely amazing today, Martial. Shame he missed his penalty. I'm not going to hold that against him. Lukaku, who seemed to be taking the second penalty. Now, when he didn't take the first one, I was sat there saying, surely you want a goal, take a penalty. But then I thought, he's not scored in 6 games. If he misses a penalty, his confidence is going to be shot to fucking bits. So I kind of understand why he didn't take the penalty as well. But then he was going to take the second penalty. Herrera took the ball off him, and then Daley Blind took the ball off Herrera, and it was all a bit, what's going on? Why didn't you just let Lukaku take it? But look, United won today. We're through. Defensively, I thought he played well. Bailly was one of my man of the matches, but I've got to say there was a moment in the game where he was a little bit awful. Made a big mistake. Chris Smalling covered him, which is good to see. Now, Rachel was criticising Chris Smalling in her fan cam, so you'll see that soon as well. Scott McTominay played very, very well. He was confident and calm in possession of the ball. Would be in the top 3 or 4 for man of the match. I thought Juan Mata was fantastic in the first half. Went off the ball a little bit in the second half. Anthony Martial flying. Absolutely flying at the moment, and I would play Anthony Martial against Chelsea. Although, given that he started today and Rashford came off the bench, you know the drill. Rashford's going to start against Chelsea, and Martial will be on the bench. So, 4 out of 4, another clean sheet at Old Trafford, and United are through in the Champions League, and we're going through to the knockout stages. They are the positives. Little negative, what's going on? Why is the mood so weird at the moment? That is the negative. But apart from that, it's all good in the hood at the moment. And Manchester United are doing very, very well in terms of the season. I just wish the performances would have a little bit more heart to them. Guys, my man of the match comes down to Mata, Marshall, and McTominay, and I'll give it to Martial. But overall, average performance, very good result. Job done at Old Trafford, and United are through to the knockout stages. McTominay, man of the match, says Mark. Lindelof should have played, says Ernest. What you've got to remember is Bailly's not long come back from training, and we've got a big game at the from an injury, and we've got a big game at the weekend. Peder says McTominay was good. No problem, it was a training session, says Musa. Yeah, we could have had one eye on the Chelsea game, but then it's hard to just turn it on like that. You know, to think, oh, we'll have this game off and then we'll go to the Chelsea game and switch it on. It's hard to just switch it on. So, a little bit strange. Guys, having said that, job done. We're done. I'm done. Make sure you keep the comments coming in, and make sure you keep the debate going as well. Producer Chris is now going to work on getting these fan cams up for you guys to see. So, we'll get them up for you ASAP. I am going to be walking back to the car now, and I'm going to go live on youtube.com/Adam McKola. youtube.com/Adam McKola. So, if you want to chat some more, head over to there and subscribe to that. I'm close to 42k, so subscribe. And Twitter, I'll be tweeting for a little bit, some hashtag MatchDayMac. And the Instagram and Snapchat story is there. But I got to say, a little bit boring today inside. The crowd wasn't amazing, so the Snapchat stories and Instagram reflect that. And I do apologize. Anyway, we're done. I'm going to get out of here now. But thanks for watching.